Alright, family and friends, this is just a update. I did a video a few weeks ago and I was talking about a friend who had told me about the tasseling for corn, where you take one of the tassels, break it off, you knock it down on the silk on your corn, and I got distracted, as I quite easily do, and forgot to mention the channel that told me, and that was Farm All Fanatic. And a lot of people who follow me follow him, but if you don't, super knowledgeable guy, up in northern Pennsylvania, west Pennsylvania, near the Erie area. Farmer, does it all, works his property, other people's property, knows, as the name says, all about farm all tractors and equipment, and just a ton about gardening. So if you guys can head over there, check him out, watch what he's doing. I guarantee you'll learn something and you'll get entertained. I've been connected with his channel for years on this and on our old channel, and yeah, a good guy. So just a quick update. I hate to pass knowledge like I invented it when I didn't, because there's not much that us modern homesteaders, farmers, gardeners invent. We learn from others and we try to pass it on to others. All right, family and friends, kind of a quick update from Micro Orchard 1, a painful and unpleasant update. We're out here working on finishing up our hugel mounds and getting the beds ready to transfer our figs out. Right next to where we put the gifted blueberries. And unfortunately, if I can get up there close enough, which I'm not getting too close this time, looks like we disturbed a swarm of bees. Let's see, maybe I can get a little closer. So yeah, me and SK1 are out here, and I dumped in some compost, and as soon as we did, SK1 is like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It looks like honeybees." And before my old slow self could move, I got tagged a few times by them. So we're going to leave them be, and we're going to work on the rest of this patch where we got some wood and pallets down, and hopefully they'll settle down and we can finish up there as well. But yeah, that was an unpleasant surprise. We may call a local beekeeper, see if they want to come out and dig around in there, but we're not messing with them. Getting stung 2 or 3 times was enough for me. Alright, hopefully everybody can see me. Aside from getting swarmed by some bees back here, we got a little bit of work done. So we're working on the hugel mound here, and this is going to be kind of staggered. We still want to leave a area in between the mounds so that we can have runoff water to go down to our little drainage canal here. And we got a few more. Shout out SK1. We still need a lot more soil. I shouldn't say a lot more. A few more cubic yards of soil to build up this area where the wood is. And to finish this off, our goal isn't to completely cover all this. Some of the wood on the edge we'll leave, and it'll just naturally break down over time. It'll, build up some mushrooms, mycelium. This one's about done, but what we'll do is we empty out containers with sweet potatoes. We'll dump some of that excess soil on here and build this up more. This one's almost done. We'll add a little bit more on the edge, and we'll do the same thing every time we get some pots that we need to empty, because we try to practice soil rotation, which is hard in containers, but we'll use this and we'll dump sweet potato soil, potato bed soil, other pots that we want to put fresh potting mix in, so that we can build this up. As we cut the grass, we'll dump that on here also, and let that break down and keep adding to the mounds, and hopefully they give us some nice fertile soil that we can produce with. And once we finish breaking down our chicken coop, we'll scrape out the soil that's left over there that's rich with chicken salad, as Brother Led at Lead Farmer 73 likes to call it. We'll dump some of that on here also, along with our spent straw from the straw bale gardens. And just over time, we expect this to give us some nice, nutritious soil. And in these areas back here in the micro orchards where we're building them up, we'll be able to add some perennials and some annuals too, so we can get everything going. And I think our honeybees may have settled down. We're not going to mess with them, but I think they've settled down now. And I guess that's the one saving grace with honeybees. Their stings are not quite as painful as bumblebees and wasps and yellow jackets, but yeah, I don't want to get stung again. So we're going to walk over to SBG1, our first straw bale garden, take a quick look at it, and then we're going to head in for today. So this was actually intended to be our straw bale garden slash Shed Wars update. We've been participating in the Shed Wars along with Team Will It Grow, Team Woodcutter, Team Over the Pond or Other Side of the Pond, I forget. And we've been fairly casual about documenting our harvest, so we're going to give our best estimate of what we have at the end of September, beginning of October. We still have a lot of stuff that we haven't harvested yet. We've got our hops here, which I'm guessing we'll have several pounds of hops, and hopefully enough to make some home brew. The hops are about ready now. When you squeeze them, they give you a little bit of pushback, and that's supposed to be a sign that they're ready. So those will cut off. We'll hang in the garage. We've got some decent sized herb racks that we can hang those in and let them dry until I get ready to hopefully do a home brew with them this year. And our chicken coop is not broken down yet. I mentioned in a previous video we lost our last few chickens. We're going to break this down, but when we do break it down, I want to transfer these hops here over to Micro Orchard 2, and we'll use the cattle panels that we break down. We'll set those up so that we can transplant the hops, and hopefully they'll grow back for us next year. And pretty much everything on this coop that we don't use in the new bill, we'll use other places too. But over to what I like to call SBG1, it's done okay this year. We did have, let me turn you guys around, we had great success with our tomatoes, which these are still pumping out, and they just got huge. Yeah, we'll have to see what to do with these. I don't want to pull these out. Our other tomatoes over in Tomato Alley and the garage garden, those are giving up the ghost. But these are still nice and healthy. They did not put off as much fruit as the ones in Tomato Alley, but they did give us plenty of tomatoes, and they still have plenty on the vine hiding away in there that are green that we'll harvest later on. But the one side that we did our peppers on did not do great at all, except for this dragon toe pepper. This one did really well, and we're going to leave it here. We're not going to pull anything out of this until it really starts getting colder or the plants die back. But I'm really anxious to give this one a try just to see how much heat it has compared to some of the other peppers we have harvested. I just like the interesting shape of it too. and it kind of does look like a dragon toe, so I'm expecting it to be nice and hot. And we'll give you guys some updates. This is actually take two. I took some footage previously that was lost, so we'll do updates on the garage garden and on micro orchard too once we get it cleaned up a little bit better on our next Shed Wars video. And Robert at Homestead Aquarius, just for you, my friend, one of our many garden helpers. And I couldn't tell you what kind of frog or toad that is, but yeah, he's hanging out here. I'm about to top off one of our projects that's ongoing, building our hugel mounds, and he's here helping to eat some of the pests that are definitely going to be attracted to it. So that was a interesting chore. SK1 asked me, when's the last time you got stung by a honeybee? And it had been a while. I've been stung by wasps and yellow jackets recently, but that was my first time getting stung by a honeybee in a while. And I'm not looking forward to it again. Lots of our friends in the community are beekeepers and they're used to it. I'm not used to it, and I don't know if I could ever get used to it. Still got more tomatoes over here too. This is one that UT 33200 did a review on. I guess I can give you a better view on it. This is a grape type tomato or cherry type tomato, and they gifted these to us and we planted them, and this one came up as a volunteer, and yeah, it really did great. And we've still got a lot of other stuff growing in the garden. We got our Purple Majesty pole beans here. Yeah, just lots of stuff. We got our cowpeas, we got some poinsettia peppers here. We've got our sweet potatoes, which we're just waiting on them to start dying back. It's still too warm, so I think they'll be good for a while. And hopefully that just means that we have some really huge sweet potatoes this year, because we've got 6 or 7 buckets here, and then over by the basement we've got 3 or 4 buckets there that we hope are full and bursting with sweet potatoes. And one update, well, have to pause for the ube, which we also hope gives us some nice fruit, and we probably don't need it, but we'll still save some okra for seeds. And one correction I have to make, which was also on some lost footage I did, I incorrectly identified these peppers as Bueno Mulata in a previous video. And we do have Bueno Mulata in the garden, but these are actually purple Murasaki sweet peppers. So there's a reason these did not have any heat on our taste test. These are definitely a sweet pepper for your salads, maybe your stir fries. And they have a nice fresh flavor to them, but no heat. So if anybody's interested in Murasaki sweet peppers, I would recommend getting them if you don't like heat. And another pepper that we did a taste test on was the jalapeno traveler strain, and we have used these a few times in our garden and in our meals, and these don't have a lot of heat either. These are I don't want to call them a no heat jalapeno, because there's probably a hint of heat, but not enough for a real chili head who wants that hot, spicy pop in their food. So, a couple of updates. Sorry about the spinning action. A couple of updates on the garden. I'm about to go in, take a shower, hopefully cook a good meal for the family, if you guys can see me. So, as always, this is Rob, the Sapper Gardener, representing Essayons Family Garden, and I'd like to say God bless our great country America, you, wherever you reside around the world, your garden, your harvest, your kitchen, your meals, and especially your family, to have health, success, and prosperity in these troubled times. Take care. Sapper out.